What should we start with? Oh boy, oh boy. Should we start with hot gossip? Okay. The word on the street is that Brett Cooper may be leaving the Daily Wire. Oh boy. Let's go to Twitter. Let's see what the people are saying. From Chadwick Paul, who we know. I had him on the show, and he's done Wet Spot. If the Daily Wire cancels Brett Cooper, I cancel the Daily Wire. They are becoming another poorly managed media company guided by ego. Ooh, but why? But why? Why would Brett Cooper leave the Daily Wire? What happened? And gosh, if Brett Cooper leaves, they'll be down to 0 women, and they need to have at least one token woman, right? With Candice Owens gone. Ashley here says, if the Daily Wire replaces Brett Cooper, I will stop watching and listening, despite my love for Michael Knowles and Matt Walsh's shows. I'm a Daily Wire subscriber. I mostly subscribe because I listen to their morning wire every morning. It's just like, it's like a good little 12 to 15 minutes of news. So you can feel like, okay, I have some clue of what's going on. This is from AF Post, America First Perspective. The Daily Wire allegedly plans to replace show host Brett Cooper on her own show with producer Reagan Rohrbach after a disagreement with CEO Jeremy Boring. But what did they disagree about? And I'm sorry. This girl is cute, but she's no Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper is darling. And you know what? If Brett ends up leaving, she has established enough of a fan base and a viewer base that she will have no problem whatsoever on her own. She'd go home, set up her own studio. I don't know, rent out a studio. She probably has the money to do whatever she wants, and I'm sure she'll be fine. Oh, Abby Libby, I know her. Repeating unfounded rumors is not journalism. Oh my, but that's not what I'm doing, of course. This is a disguise. I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm just saying this is what people are saying. This is why Steven Crowder was steps ahead in staying away from Daily Wire. What was this disagreement about? Oh, Isabella Moody tweeted something that's already deleted. The Daily Wire created and owns her show, but she has the talent to go out on her own. When her contract expires, it won't take her long to rebuild her own YouTube channel, which will generate 98% of the revenue. She'll be more than okay. Candice has blazed the path out. Yeah, and I'm sure Candice Owens is doing okay. That's Ben Shapiro in a wig. This is Nick. This is from over a month ago. Nick Fuentes thinks it's because Brett Cooper responded to him on Twitter. I don't know. Maybe it's not always about you all the time, Mr. Nick. Ben Shapiro is a snowflake. Well, let's see. What a dumb move. Brett is the best thing at Daily Wire. People think it's because she was critical of Israel, or she's mentioned people that are critical of Israel. Let me go to the chat here. What do you guys think? Oh, Courtney. She knows all the hot gossip. Jeremy Boring is an asshole, apparently. I don't know anything about him. I cannot confirm or deny. Sam, rumor has it that DW put Reagan through acting classes. No! No way. Where are you hearing this, Courtney? The Daily Wire put this Reagan girl, this producer, through acting classes to mimic Brett's voice and movements. How is that even? She appears to be 10 years older than Brett. No, she should just be herself. No one should try to be Brett. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, tell me, Ian Carroll. Tell me. Oh, Ian Carroll is mentioning this. Let me find this. You can't do this to me. This is my show with the Jewish nose. I don't understand that. Is Brad Cooper even Jewish? Is that even relevant? Someone thinks she married a Mossad agent. God, the rumors are flying around. Rumors, rumors, rumors. If they do replace her, it's a massive L on their part. I wouldn't be shocked if Brett did her own thing. That's not going to work out well for the Daily Wire. Cooper will land on her feet. I'm reminded of the scene from Center Stage where, oh, that's why I'm thinking of it. Because one of the dancer guys was called Cooper Nielsen. And there was like a love triangle between the main actress girl, this blonde ballerina chick, and like this guy Cooper, who was like the hot shot. We're gonna have to do a movie watch along. That's gonna have to be what happens between him and um, the other guy who danced, the other ballerino. So there's a love triangle between the main girl and the two men who do ballet. I know. Oh gosh, Courtney, you sent it. Amazing. Oh, Fealty sent it to me too. You guys are the best. I don't know what I would do without you. Probably just meander through the internet a bit longer. Here we go. Who? Ian Carroll. Do I know who he is? No. Am I going to play this clip? Yes. Ian Carroll show. He is cancel this clothing company. Okay. Whoa. He's got a heck of a following. 852K. Good enough for me. Scoop. The next Daily Wire scandal is coming in hot. Word is they're forcing Brett Cooper out in the most evil way imaginable and replacing her with her best friend. That was her best friend who was her producer. Woof. Plus, the company is in dire financial position because of Jeremy Boring, the God King's massive ego. Oh boy, what is this guy going to say?
Dude, I think the Daily Wire might be about to collapse. My buddy James
He's got great hair. I trust him already.
got a scoop from an inside source that Brett Cooper is getting pushed out of the Daily Wire, and there's this whole crazy contract thing. And I just got word from a source at the Daily Wire that Brett is not the only big name that is on the way out.
Oh, shoot.
We're going to cover the Snow White movie.
Who else could it be? Who else? There's Michael Knowles. Let me log in. Because I am a Daily Wire member, for goodness sake. Who else could be leaving? It remembered my password. Who else is there? Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Klavan, Brett Cooper. Gosh, it would just be like those couple of dudes if she left. Book our speakers, Michael Knowles, Andrew Klavan. Yeah, wow. You can only book Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, Matt Walsh, and Andrew Klavan for speaking engagements, and you have to do it through the Daily Wire. Interesting. What's going to happen to Brett Cooper? Who? I mean, then there'd be just 4 people left. Who would? They're going to have to add somebody.
Reagan, a lot about Jeremy Boring, the self-proclaimed God King of the Daily Wire. But I think the place is
I don't know. I think if you create a media company, you could have a little bit of the spotlight on you.
This super controversial video from Steven Crowder from a year ago where he turned down.
God, this is the Steven Crowder drama is already a year old. Woo! Time is flying, people.
Contract from the Daily Wire.
$50 million.
Bloomberg reported that Crowder complained that they weren't going to pay him enough, but that is not what Crowder was claiming.
Oh,
because it's not about the money. It's kind of unreal to me that the only thing these people can still talk about is the money. The conversation was about conservatism, the movement, and big tech. They keep talking about money. I'm talking about a country. I'm talking about a movement. I'm talking about making a difference.
Because probably Crowder has enough money. He probably is in the FU money category of life right now. So maybe it was more about scruples.
It's not about the money, and Jeremy and the Daily Wire know that.
So to sum it up, he was explaining how the contracts had clauses.
I wish this guy was mic'd up and it wasn't like the echo is distracting.
that the Daily Wire creators would get penalized severely if they were flagged by YouTube for content that didn't go with community guidelines, thereby tying all of their content to big tech censorship. And so if you were a content creator at the Daily Wire and you signed this contract, you would have to censor yourself to go along with YouTube. You would be beholden to all of big tech censorship regime,
Right. You have to censor yourself. So you're basically like going along on YouTube's rules, which is the same as if you were just doing YouTube by yourself. The only people who can get away with not doing that is, you know, what Compound Media used to be, where it was its own platform and you could say whatever you want. And that was like truly free speech. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, for as long as you're putting content on YouTube, you kind of have to unfortunately adhere to their rules. But then there's also Rumble, there's Rockfin, there's other platforms.
Inherently destructive to the truth. And so Crowder turned him down because he rightly identified that we need to make a model that is immune to big tech censorship. And then he played this clip of audio from Jeremy Boring's phone call.
Oof.
They don't get deals that they can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand. They can be wage slaves for a little bit.
Hold on, did he just play this off a Talk Boy? That's amazing. That's amazing. I wish I still had my Talk Boy. Ugh. Okay, I was talking over it. I'm gonna have to replay this clip. This is from all those phone calls that Crowder recorded when he was in negotiations with Jeremy.
They don't get deals that they can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand. They can be wage slaves for a little bit. They can be wage slaves.
Why is that so bad? Make them a wage slave?
If you can't tell, that's Jeremy Boring saying that his new talent can come in and be wage slaves for a little bit while they build their brand and they,
meaning
earn their
Brett.
place. And it looks like Brett Cooper signed that exact kind of contract.
Oh,
and she has built her brand.
Look at her subs
with 4.5 million subscribers, loyal fans. But then when I talked to my source,
I wonder what she's making.
Got real dark.
Ooh, I wonder what she's making.
That this producer Reagan girl has been doing fill-in shows for Brett.
I haven't noticed
week lately. Well, if you're not familiar here, Reagan is like Brett's best friend. Apparently, she was her maid of honor at Brett's wedding recently. And I'm not sure why Brett wanted out and started to be unhappy there, and why this whole thing started.
Maybe
my
just
source wasn't really sure either. But once she crossed Jeremy Boring and Jeremy was pissed, he decided he would replace her with her best friend. And so he made a contract offer that Reagan apparently could not refuse. And he is now replacing Brett with Reagan.
No way.
Until the expiration of the current contract with Brett in December.
That's
Brett
this
is
month.
In an NDA, and she's not allowed to say anything about any of this at all. And it sounds like this is kind of widely known at the company at this point.
Let's pull up Brett Cooper's YouTube channel to see if this woman has replaced her. Holy Nikes. I had no idea she had this many subs. We're going to pause this for a minute. Let's bring up Brett's YouTube channel. 4.51 million subscribers. Wowie, wowie, wow. Oh, I should watch her wedding video. I am curious about her wedding. Where's the blonde girl? Okay, 11 days ago, 2 weeks ago, she did 2 videos. Let's see. Let's click a little bit to see if she sounds like Brett Cooper.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm producer Reagan, filling in for Brett today. And this week, the media has rightfully been very focused on the murder trial of Laken Riley. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with
What a beautiful set. 2 cameras. She's pretty. I take it back. She looks like she's the same age as Brett Cooper. White headphones. That's something Brett is doing. Okay. 2 weeks ago, just a couple of videos. I wouldn't say she's taken over her channel. She's just doing here and there. Is that a surefire sign that she's leaving? Now let's watch a Brett video to see how close the
All right, guys. So to set the scene, just close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you are 15-year-old Brett living in Los Angeles. It is 2016. You are at your favorite event of the year, which is the LA Times Festival of Books.
Okay, that's Brett. Now let's hear how she speaks.
Hello again, and welcome back to the comment section. I am producer Reagan. I am normally sitting over there, but today I am here again filling in for Brett. It was also here last Friday filling in.
I guess they sound similar. They both sound like chirpy, young, lovely ladies. Upbeat. I wouldn't say there's so much of her covering that I would worry. Just a few videos here and there. 4 videos? Okay, that's not alarming. And then I wonder if Reagan does her editing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the last, I don't know, month. Hmm. 9, 10. Is that cause for alarm? They sound the exact same, you think, Courtney? Yeah. And you know what? Maybe if Brett is working for very little and just realized, oh, my contract's about to be up, I could make so much more on my own, then yeah. Have the producer fill in. If the producer has any inkling to want to be on camera, that's going to be very thrilling for her. All right, let's see what the rest of this Ian Carroll video is going to say.
So she is being forced to continue her show as though nothing is going on while they replace her with her best friend and probably are going to manufacture some sort of like slander or like, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but they're probably going to manufacture some sort of logical reason why Brett pushed herself out and they had to fill in with Reagan. Apparently, they even gave Reagan acting classes for her to emulate Brett's every movement.
Oh, come on.
And when you watch a Reagan episode, it's kind of like, what? This is like very Brett.
They're also, best friends. If they're best friends, they're hanging out a lot together, and maybe they do start to sound alike anyhow.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm producer Reagan filling in for Brett today. And this week, the media has rightfully been very focused on the murder trial of Laken Riley.
Turns out the likeness is not just because they're best friends. So you might be asking, and no, Snow White, not happening. That's canceled.
Oh, they're not doing a Snow White?
On breaking into movies. And the Pendragon cycle is apparently like his pet project that he is devoted to. And when you dig into why that is, you start to realize what is wrong at the Daily Wire.
What is wrong?
And the answer seems to be Jeremy Boring himself. This Bloomberg article goes into Jeremy Boring's history, how he moved to Los Angeles from a small town in Texas in 2000, trying to make it in the movie industry.
Oh,
snap. He even started a little production company with the dude from Avatar, but it flopped.
Hold on, that's him? That's him? The smaller guy with the hair? You know what? Don't we all start out in Hollywood or wanting to break into Hollywood in the 2000s? There was nothing else.
And everything failed, and eventually it, dissolved. And apparently for this Bloomberg article, they said that they had enough money to develop scripts for their 2 series here, but they weren't sure where the funds to actually shoot was going to come from because they need a lot of money for this, and they are pouring everything into it apparently.
Oh, wow.
Producing full-on Hollywood level movies and series is a whole different beast than producing podcasts, and they are
that's going to get them probably the mainstream clout and propel them to another level. And they already have quite a few podcasts on the network. So if he really wants to make a movie and he's like, well, I'm willing to drop a podcast to do it, I can understand that.
Themselves. We'll get to this Razor commercial in a second because it's crazy to watch. But like everything points to Jeremy. But like when Candice was fired, everything pointed to Jeremy's personality. When you actually look at like, this is an article written by Jeremy. Self-proclaimed Daily
The
Wire
unsatisfying secret of being a success.
Co-host Jeremy Boring talks about getting out and doing something. This is a whole article about how wise he is and how much success he's had. And
I just wouldn't call myself a God King. Other than that, you could gloat a little bit.
He has all these stories and what he would tell you to do to be successful. I have a speech that I give to typically young people who move to Hollywood because they want to make it in the movies. From the guy who moved to Hollywood and didn't make it in the movies. I have friends who star in these big superhero movies. I have friends who started businesses.
Well, he's talking about himself.
I have friends who. It all amounts to what I have discovered is that the difference between those who do and those who don't do is that those who do, do, and those who don't do, don't do. Wow. That is such sage wisdom, bro. I have a different theory.
Oh, okay.
There's two types of people in media in the world.
Let me guess. Oh, he's gonna say dicks and nice people. I think the difference is people who have rich parents and people who don't.
Who are dicks and those who are nice. And people who are dicks are all in it for themselves and their own aspirations and money. And people who are nice to work with. And people who are all in it for themselves can get pretty far in this world. But eventually, usually they build a house of cards that burns itself down.
You can buy my new razor instead.
Because when Candice left, Boring says he was personally offended by her behavior and that she'd done damage to both the Daily Wire and her personal brand.
By doing what? Oh, by saying...
You did damage to your own brand, and Candice blew up because
Candice
stayed with her integrity and her exactly who she is. Because people want integrity. They want truth. They don't want a platform where had she said the things that Ye said, that would not be permissible on my platform. It's the era of free speech, bro. Not permissible on my platform is like, bye, we don't need your platform. Because we all know what you're not allowed to criticize on.
Okay, it's talking about Israel.
So the Daily Wire is in serious financial trouble while trying to overextend themselves, allegedly. And they're doing some layoffs, and Jeremy Boring just showed up in a brand new Cybertruck recently, apparently. He's so close to making it in the big leagues, and he just can taste it, and he cannot give that up with his series like Pendragon.
Well, but what does that have to do with Brett?
It sounds like now that things are crumbling around him, he is getting desperate and fighting dirty and just like being like lashing out at his top talent, people like Brett. And my source told me that Brett is not the only.
So who's your source? I can't say.
There might be some announcements coming in the coming months. And to any of the other top talent out there,
this just seems like very hearsay. I won't believe any of it until I hear from Brett personally, which I think she sounds like she's in an NDA. Can't talk about it. Yeah, I'm with you, Argyle. Show receipts. You can't just say, "Oh, my source." His source is Matt Walsh. How do you know, Junior? Are they buds?
Walsh, Knowles, you guys want to leave? We will support you. Like, we got you, bro. Brett, we got you. Wherever you go next,
she'll be fine.
Because I just need you to look at this commercial for the razors that Jeremy made like last year. And look at it knowing what we know now about Jeremy Boring and the Daily Wire in general, because it's hilarious.
I remember this commercial. Oh no, God King parking spot. No. Oh no. Is that really him? Is that really his car?
This dude gets his hair and makeup done every day.
Oh gosh.
But he doesn't have a show. He just gets makeup done.
No way! Oh, come on.
So,
does he really get his hair and makeup done?
Everyone thought it was satire, but like there is an undertone that is not satire here. This is who he really is.
He wants to be a big man on campus.
Some peon who works for me went and said that boys are boys and girls are girls, and that was just too much for Aries. They condemned our views held by millions of Americans and virtually every human who's walked the planet.
I forget how hot Brett is.
Minutes ago, as inexcusable. And they dropped their ads from our network because of what they called values misalignment. You're damn right our values are misaligned. And it's not just Harry's either. Gillette razors used to be the best a man could get.
I'm serious. Go rewatch that commercial and realize that this dude actually refers to himself as the God King. That is not just satire.
That's not good.
And imagine working for that dude.
Humans can't be God.
Show.
Okay.
Pray for her. She's under contract until December, allegedly.
Ooh.
And I don't know what comes next. She's not allowed to talk about it.
Okay. Okay, Ian. Let's see. Who is Ian's mole? Mole. Let's read the comments. Here is 5149 James L. who first broke the story. Oh, James Lee. What does James Lee have to say?
Cooper fans, I just got a source very close to the Daily Wire.
Oh, a source.
Brett Cooper is out. She is leaving the Daily Wire, and the situation is very hostile.
Uh-oh.
And it's kind of weird because she's still doing her show right now.
Well, of course. It's called being a professional.
Like I said, the situation is hostile, and apparently she is not allowed
Whose
to
notes are these?
publicly. A possible gag order, maybe, allegedly. Wouldn't be at all shocked if that was the case, though, given what happened to
I've
Candice
never
Owens
even
when she
heard of
left
this
the
other
Daily Wire
project that they're
earlier
working
this
on.
year. Doing some digging online, and apparently some people are speculating
pregnant?
that maybe she's pregnant. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently it's not related to why she wants to leave. Also,
How
it looks
pregnant
like
is
the Daily
she?
Wire is trying to clone some kind of blonde version of Brett.
Welcome back to the comment section. I am producer Reagan, filling in for Brett again this Friday, and today is a big day.
I don't know what they're trying to do there, but
She's
it's
great.
a little
I don't know.
weird,
She
right?
seems
They
fine.
also told me that the Daily Wire is in huge financial trouble.
66 million spent
Apparently
on
they're massively overspending
Pendragon.
projects. $66 million on Pendragon, which I guess is
Pendragon.
coming soon. Oh, and she's also supposed to be doing this Snow White thing next year. I am not sure if this is still happening.
Huh.
The last
Unless
thing,
it's shot
Jeremy
already.
Boring, he is the CEO of the Daily Wire. Allegedly, he's been bugging the office, spying on people.
Bugging?
The vibes there are super not good right now. And just for the record, I don't know Brett at all, but if all this is true, given everything that I've just been told and everything I know about what happened to Candice Owens, like 6 months ago.
Okay.
The Daily Wire, they are not nice people.
Oh.
So definitely, if you like Brett, go out, support her, because it's going to be some rough waters ahead.
Oh, he also doesn't think they're nice people. Abby Libby, this is shoddy journalism. Yeah. I mean, I agree that we need to see receipts, and you can't just say my source, my source. Tell me who your source is. This is from Myron Gaines, who I don't like. The Israeli Wire taking another L. Brett Cooper is a typical TradCon bimbo, a zero personality. Oof, that's not true. Or unique takes outside of typical GOP talking points with the Daily Wire's effort to remove her. Speaks volumes as to the stupid leadership under Jeremy and Ben. Crowder's point is that the contracts they're signing force them to comply with YouTube's algorithms. It forces them to self-censor and only talk about approved messages according to Google. Well, maybe they just, I don't know, they don't want their talent getting strikes and warnings. I think Brett is sharp, extremely kind, based on what I hear. Personally, I can't wait to see her be set free. Oh, I was like, what? She's on Maxim. No, that is AI. From Eric Butts. 3 things. Daily Wire is a business, and making shows that get demonetized hurts that business. Yes. The uncensored versions are available direct from Daily Wire. The Daily Wire and its key people are fighting against the censorship, including congressional testimony against GARM, contributing to GARM being shut down. Okay. Yeah, all this speculation about what's in the contracts. Brett's contract wasn't about to expire. Okay, Ian, he writes a lot, so maybe his source is one of the 4 main guys. Brett's contract wasn't about to expire. She was permanent. This is how they're firing her under NDA and gradually replacing her and probably preparing to try to spin some sort of narrative to paint themselves in the best light possible. It's not the first time they've done this. They could have just parted ways like adults, but that's not Boring style. Well, they didn't try to replace Candice Owens. Well, they can't. They can't replace her, and I don't think they can replace Brett either. They think they're trying to clone Brett. No, it's not even close. I mean, if they were like telling her to dye her hair dark, I'd be like, okay. Okay, Ian Carroll, we'll be watching you for your takes. Talent is never permanent. Right. Nothing is permanent. We didn't even have contracts at Compound Media. Deranged lunatic. People want truth, justice, and the American way. Yes, they do, sir. Yes, they do. Okay. This is a... Fealty just sent me something. Her contract ending this month makes little sense because her first YouTube video is March of 2022. Ooh, Fealty. Very good work. Let's pull this up. Wow, she's only been on YouTube for 2 years, 2.5 years. Wow, crushing it. Crushing it. Let's see what she says.
We all do it. We stay up way later than we should, laying in bed, scrolling on Instagram and TikTok, trying to find content that is not angry leftists having a meltdown. That's where the comment section comes in. 5 days a week, viral content, and jumping into the insanity that is, of course, the comment section.
This is... When is this? When is this video? 2 years ago. How do we know it's from March? Does it say?
I know blue-haired liberals, except the ones I'll be responding to. Because like most young people, my life is literally overrun by woke ideologies. Like I'm telling you guys, when I was at UCLA, I had two communist manifestos chucked at my head, literally. Like, forgive my passion, but guys, like, I lost friends over this because I wouldn't support BLM and I wouldn't shut up about my political beliefs. And it doesn't end in school. I mean, our pop culture, all of our movies, our social media.
Okay. That's the key. If we start seeing this other girl put her leg up on the seat like this, then we know she's trying to turn into Brett. Okie dokie. All right. Well, Filthy thinks this is from March. I believe him. Oh. March 1st. Okay. So then that would mean, right, if she had a 5-year contract or a 2-year contract, it would have been up already if she had a 2-year.
They are all run by progressive mentalities. It's obnoxious. So we've decided to change that. Like, we deserve better. We deserve content that is irreverent and fun, but without leftism, being shoved down our throat. So this show was born. I'm Brett Cooper, and this is the comment section.
Aw, she's adorable. She'll be fine. All you need is to put your knee up on the seat and to wear jeans and to be cute. All right, let's see. Anything else being said about Brett on Twitter? That's really it. Speculation. Just speculation at this point. Well, I'm sure a time will come when she will be able to talk about it, and only then will we know for sure the deal. And be 21, yes. Also, with how edited and produced her videos are, it's possible she started recording videos a month or 2 in advance, which would indicate that she started working before March. Right. Of course, because they need time to produce all that. The Daily Wire wouldn't be so dumb as to fire one of the most popular content creators who is probably being paid far less than the other talent there. Oh, yeah, I bet. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, maybe she did start in like December. And she recorded a bunch of stuff and then they edited it and it started in March. Oh, They fired Candice. They did. Oh my goodness, guys. We'll have to stay tuned. We'll have to stick to this story. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.